So, in the conversation, the overall conversation about Trump wanting to buy Greenland or use military force to take it, along with some other countries, I was talking about how the problem with all of this is that Greenland isn't for sale. Now, that doesn't seem to phase MAGA. They seem to think that you can buy whatever you want to buy, even if it isn't for sale. But you can't. And this person is using his own anecdotal experience to tell me how you can. He says here, you notice how it's got a one next to it? It's because there were several comments, and a lot of people are not kind enough to label the comments 1, 2, and 3, and so the way TikTok's comment section lays out, sometimes you get lost. So I do take my hats off to him for labeling his comments. But his first comment here is, I've inquired about a piece of property that wasn't listed. The owner said wasn't for sale. I still gave my offer for them to hear it. 3 months later, they contacted with counteroffer, and he, like I said, he goes on and he tells this story about how you put in an offer on a property that's not for sale anyway if you're interested in buying it, because you never know. You're right. You never know. You never know if the house that you really want is occupied by somebody that might be motivated to sell if they just hear an offer and they weren't thinking about it before. I agree with you. I know people that have done that. That have said, I want that house. I'm going to make an offer. That house isn't for sale. I'm still going to make an offer. Here's the problem, and it's a major part of the equation that you are leaving out, and that's this: when you contacted the owners of that property that you wanted that wasn't for sale, and you put in your initial offer, and they initially told you it wasn't for sale. Hell, even after they contacted you with a counteroffer that you said you couldn't afford, right? Did you say either you're going to sell that property to me or I'm going to take it over through force? Because that's what Trump is saying. Trump isn't saying, "Listen, I'm going to put in an offer." Right? It's not like he's saying we have a shit ton of problems with Mexico. We have a bunch of Mexican immigrants. Why don't we just buy Mexico? Right? Well, they're not for sale. Well, I'm going to call up the president of Mexico and make an offer anyway. You never know; they might be a motivated seller. And then we just put a little turnstile in down at that little southern border of theirs, make some money from people from nation south of Mexico trying to come in, and then we boom, problem solved, right? It's not like that, right? Trump is saying either you're going to sell me Greenland or we're just going to use the military to do it. He was asked twice in the same press conference, can you rule out military action to acquire Greenland? And twice he said no. As a matter of fact, the second time he was asked, "Can you rule out military action?" he said, "No, I won't rule that out because you never know. You might need to just do something." So therein lies the difference between your story and what's happening here with the United States of America, right? You didn't call up the owner of a property and go, "Hey, sell me that property, and if you don't, I'm just going to fucking come take it." That's the difference.